All right, so get ready because today we are diving deep into not one, but two versions of My Fault.
Oh, wow.
The original Spanish film
Okay.
and its brand new British counterpart, My Fault, London.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about this new one.
Yeah, and we asked you guys to send us your reviews, your articles, any thoughts really on these
Oh,
two films?
I bet you got a lot.
We got a ton. And it looks like this whole forbidden step-sibling romance thing is sparking some serious debate.
Juicy. Makes sense.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting stuff. We're
Yeah.
going to go way beyond just like, the language and the setting and really get into how each film tackles the original story.
So we're talking like production, character development, like the whole 9 yards.
Exactly.
Okay, I like it. We're ready.
So let's start by hopping over to London.
London, baby.
Many of you have said that My Fault, London just has that big cinematic feel.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think gives it that edge?
Well, I think it's probably a few things, right? The budget for the London version was way bigger.
Okay, so more money to play with.
Yeah, more money for like those fancy sets and all the visual effects.
Makes sense.
But it's also about how they use the city, like really using London as a character.
You're right.
See all those iconic landmarks, those shots of the streets. It adds something.
And you pointed out those amazing driving scenes in London too, right?
Oh, yeah, those were something else. They used practical effects for the drifting and the car chases.
No way.
Yeah, which I think that's what makes it feel so real, so intense.
Totally. It's like you're right there in the action.
Exactly. And it's not just the visuals either. The London adaptation really seemed to try and smooth out some of the rougher parts of the original story.
Yeah, a lot of people felt like Nick, the stepbrother, was a bit of a red flag in the Spanish version.
Yeah, I could see that.
How did the London version handle that?
Well, in the London version, Nick's, he's still kind of a bad boy.
Okay, still got that edge.
Yeah, but he's also more, I don't know, there's some restraint there. And even a little vulnerability, which you didn't really see in the original.
And there's that scene where Noah totally expects him to be like this spoiled rich kid.
Oh, yeah, it totally plays with what we expect from the Spanish film.
Right, and it's like, oh, this is different.
Yeah, for sure. It's like they're acknowledging the original and saying, hey, we're doing something different here.
Clever.
And it's not just Nick either. His mom, she wasn't exactly a fan favorite in the Spanish film.
Yeah.
She comes across as much more sympathetic in the London version.
So they were trying to create a more, like, grounded family dynamic.
Yeah, maybe to make it relatable to a bigger audience. I don't know.
Interesting.
You take a story from Wattpad, which is known for being, like, super dramatic.
Yeah.
And you ground it in something that feels, I don't know, more believable.
More real world.
Yeah, exactly.
And this shift in tone goes for Noah, too, the main girl, right?
Right.
You mentioned that making her 18 in London really changes things.
Big time. See, in the original, Noah's 17
Okay.
and Nick's older, and a lot of people just weren't comfortable with that age gap, especially with them being romantic.
Yeah, that's understandable.
But by making Noah 18 in the London version, well, it kind of evens things out a bit.
Takes away that icky power dynamic.
Yeah, for sure.
But doesn't that also affect how we see Noah as a character?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there's a certain fire to the younger Noah, right? She's rebellious, impulsive.
Yeah, and some people thought that made her a more captivating character.
That's totally fair. I mean, you kind of lose some of that energy in the London version.
It makes you wonder, though, does making a character more acceptable make them less interesting?
Ooh, that's a good question. It's tricky, right?
It really is.
You want to modernize a story, but you don't want to lose what made it cool in the first place.
And speaking of modernizing, some people thought the London Nick gave off serious Theo James vibes.
Oh, like from The Gentleman.
Exactly. It's a pretty specific comparison.
It is, but I get it.
Yeah.
Thea James in The Gentleman, he's got that brooding energy, that suave thing going on.
Okay, yeah.
And that seems to be the direction they went with Nick in London, too. He's less impulsive, more in control.
All right, so we've got these updated characters, a more down-to-earth family, and a sleek London setting. But what about the chemistry between the leads?
The heart of any good romance.
Exactly. And this is where the feedback gets really interesting. So many people raved about the chemistry in the original Spanish film, like it was explosive.
Yeah, that raw passion, right?
Yes. But the London adaptation, well, a lot of people felt like it just didn't have that spark.
Interesting.
Some even said the casting felt off, or that the actors just didn't seem that into each other.
I mean, London does have some undeniably romantic settings.
Oh, absolutely. Like that scene in the Queen Elizabeth car park.
Yeah, yeah.
Stunning views.
And don't even get me started on that Tenerife trip.
Ugh, so romantic.
Pure romance. But, you can have the most beautiful location in the world, but if the actors don't have chemistry,
It's not going to work.
it's just not going to work.
And that seems to be what's missing for some people with the London adaptation.
It makes you wonder, doesn't it? It really does make you think, Can all the fancy locations and the scenery actually make up for a lack of chemistry between the actors?
Yeah, for a romance, that chemistry is kind of important.
I'd say so. It's like the main ingredient, right?
Totally. And it makes you think about adaptations in general, taking a story from one place to another,
Hmm.
like a Wattpad story, which is known for being, well, pretty over the top with the emotions.
Yeah.
How much do you stay true to that original feeling, even if it means, maybe not everyone will like it?
It's a tough one, isn't it? It's like, do you go all in on that intensity, even the messy parts?
Yeah.
Or do you try to, like, polish it up, make it a bit more relatable, even if you lose a bit of that spark?
It's like choosing between, I don't know, a fiery tango and a slow waltz.
Oh, I like that analogy.
Both have their appeal, right?
Absolutely.
Just depends what you're in the mood for.
Right. Some people want that passionate, no-holds-barred kind of romance, like the Spanish My Fault.
That pure escapism?
Exactly. While others might be looking for something a bit more, I don't know, down to earth, like My Fault, London.
A romance that feels more, I guess, like real life?
Yeah, with all its complexities and challenges.
And that's what's so cool about this whole discussion. We're not here to say one film is better.
Oh, no, not at all.
It's about seeing how they each tackled the same story. You
Yeah,
know?
right,
The
right.
Spanish film goes all in on that Wattpad drama,
Big emotions, lots of tension,
while London tries to make it more, I don't know,
a
believable.
little more grounded.
Exactly. And it's almost like they're speaking to two different groups of people.
Makes sense.
One group wants that pure escape, that whirlwind romance,
Mhm.
and the other wants something that feels, I don't know, more real, more relatable.
Yeah, like something they could actually see happening.
Exactly. And these complexities are definitely in the original story, too.
Oh, for sure.
One of the biggest changes London makes is with that age gap between Noah and Nick.
Yeah, that was a big talking point for the Spanish film.
A lot of people were uncomfortable with Noah being 17 and Nick being older.
Especially given, the whole romance aspect.
Right, it's a sensitive issue.
It is, and London handles it more carefully by making Noah 18.
So no more power imbalance.
Exactly. It makes the relationship a bit more, ethically sound.
It also shows how much responsibility filmmakers have when adapting these kinds of stories.
For sure, especially when you're dealing with young love and power dynamics.
It's a tough balance, staying true to the story, but also being aware of how it might affect people.
You don't want to send the wrong message.
Right. And speaking of impact, you mentioned how important location is to both films.
Oh, yeah. Location can completely change the mood of a story.
Like the Spanish My Fault, with those sunny beaches and the nightlife.
It just screams passionate romance, doesn't it?
Totally. Like a hot summer fling.
Yeah, exactly. A bit dangerous, too.
Maybe. But then you have London with those gray skies and those historical buildings.
Yeah, London has a totally different vibe.
It's more, I don't know, brooding.
A slow burn.
Yeah. And it's cool how the city itself almost becomes a character.
Reflecting all the, inner turmoil of the characters.
Right. So we've got these two very distinct versions of My Fault.
Mm-hmm.
One that's all about the heat and the drama, and the other that's more, I don't know, introspective.
It's like two sides of the same coin.
Exactly. And ultimately, it comes down to what you as the viewer are looking for.
Right. What speaks to you?
What are your thoughts on how they adapted the story?
Yeah, did London manage to tone things down without losing that core essence?
Or did they play it too safe? Did they lose that raw passion that people loved about the original? It's funny, we've talked about a lot, production, characters, chemistry, even like how the setting affects everything.
It's all connected.
It is. But there's one more thing I think we need to talk about. Does London even really feel like a My Fault movie?
Ooh, that's a good one. A lot of people are asking that same question.
Like if you take away the title and the whole step-sibling thing,
Right.
are these two films even in the same ballpark?
Exactly. Some people think London totally misses the point of CulpaMia.
That it's too polished, too clean.
Yeah, it loses that raw, kind of messy energy that people loved about the book.
But others think London is like a natural progression.
A more grown-up version.
Right, like the story needed a bit of an update for today's audience.
It makes you think about what people want from an adaptation,
Yeah. Do we want them to just copy the book exactly, even the parts that aren't so great?
Or do we want something new, something reimagined, even if it strays from the original?
It's interesting because both sides make sense. Maybe some people want that chaotic, passionate world of the Spanish My Fault.
Mm-hmm.
That pure escape.
Where emotions are big and consequences don't really matter.
Yeah, while others connect more with the London style.
More character-focused.
Right, the messy relationships, the realistic struggles.
And it's cool how both films can come from the same story.
It's the magic of art, right?
It gets people talking, makes us think about different points of view.
And we all find our own meaning in it.
Exactly. What resonates with you might not resonate with me, and that's okay.
It's what makes it interesting.
This deep dive wasn't about choosing sides.
Right.
It was about exploring how adaptations work
The choices filmmakers make.
and how powerful storytelling can be.
So as you keep watching My Fault, whether it's the Spanish version or London, keep those ideas in mind. Which one speaks to you? What parts of each film connect with your own experiences?
Yeah. What makes a love story captivating for you?
And let's keep this conversation going.
Oh, for sure.
Talk about it with your friends, debate the different versions, and just keep engaging with these stories that make you think.
Because that's the best part of any deep dive, right?
It is. Learning, growing, connecting with others who love stories as much as we do.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of My Fault.
It's been fun.
We'll catch you next time. CEA.